Adventure Activists was started because we wanted to find a way to combine adventure travel with doing good deed. You get a few days of doing a good deed, and a part of the money that you raise goes to cover your trip, and part of it goes to a charity. And then you get to do some extreme sport in that location. It is definitely true that when you go to a place and you experience the people and you experience the culture, you connect with it and you care about it and you want to do more for it. You want to work with the people there. You want to work with the local environment and the local culture and support that. The first project we're going to do here in the Bay as adventure activists is the Undaria kelp pole.
This kelp, Undaria pinnatifida, which is a kelp from Asia, that we were aware of because it's considered one of the world's worst invasive species.
So we want to remove that because it's here in our backyard. It's an area we're familiar with and we all care about.
Baykeeper's been working with the Smithsonian Environmental Research Center to help document and remove as much of the Undaria as possible.
Absolutely, we're going to have some adventures, otherwise we wouldn't be adventure activists. We're going to do some kayaking. It's a beautiful area, so it's a great place to spend time and awesome to protect what's going on here. Support our local organizations like Smithsonian and Baykeeper. You can pull Undaria kelp while diving or snorkeling, also just laying on the pier and hanging over. But yeah, the kayaking side is obviously preferred for us, as well as getting in the water and getting to see some of the marine life, some of the local marine life.
Well, people have a lot of impacts on the waterways they live by, and in San Francisco Bay, like most places, the biggest impacts are sewage and stormwater, but another big one is invasive species. Oakland has the country's 4th largest port, so those ships that come in, they pick up species in other ports that when they're discharged here don't have any predators. And that's resulted in San Francisco Bay being one of the most invaded estuaries in the world. I understand that a new invasive species is introduced to San Francisco Bay about once every 2 weeks.
There's two things that we worry about. One is the effect that it's going to have on boaters and on marina operators, and the other is the effect on the natural ecosystem.
Another gorgeous day here on the waters of California. One of our local bays that we want to protect.
Okay, so I came to San Francisco and heard about the Undaria kelp, which is crowding out the native species, and got involved with the Smithsonian Research Center and their program to pull it out of the local marinas and prevent it from spreading. It's important to me because I've been on the water for the last 10 years working as a captain, and I really do care about the marine ecology and what's happening here locally in San Francisco as well as around the world.
Yeah, so this is definitely it. You've got the midrib running in the whole length of the plant, sort of golden brown color, and then these wing-like projections or finger-like projections on the edges. This is definitely it. It's not reproductive yet. It can get up to 9 feet long. The 6-foot one long had probably been growing for about 2 months, so It's pretty fast growth. And we have mostly found it in shallow waters.
It's caused a lot of damage in southern and central California as it's replaced giant kelp, which is a key ecosystem for sea otters and other marine life.
So it's really important for boat owners to keep an eye on their boats and make sure they're getting cleaned regularly.
Our hope is to be able to stop the spread of it. I mean, obviously we'd like to knock it down here in Pillar Point and also get rid of it in San Francisco Bay. But we think that we'd have the most success in stopping the spread north, because it isn't there yet, if we have a whole network of people looking for it, so that as soon as it shows up, we can do something about it. We definitely want people to pull it and take a photograph of it. That's the best way for us to verify whether it truly is Undaria or not. And definitely people should not dispose of it in the water once they've photographed it. So pull it if it's safe, take a photograph, send it to us, and then dispose of it in the trash.
So we've shown you one way that you can become an adventure activist with the water project here in the San Francisco Bay.
San Francisco Baykeeper is the pollution watchdog of San Francisco Bay, And part of what we do is take hotline calls from residents who might see some kind of pollution that they're concerned isn't being addressed. Residents can call 1-800-KEEP-BAY, or they can go on our website at baykeeper.org to report pollution. But we also have waterkeeper organizations in China and Russia and Australia and Hungary and Chile and Peru and Ecuador and a good number in Mexico, including on the Baja Peninsula.
But these projects go on all over the world in a variety of ways, so get involved. Come join us.